Hello, welcome to Silver Bunny Stitches. My name's Jenny. Welcome to anybody who's finding my channel for the first time, and hello to anybody who's a returning subscriber. Okay, so we're on the sofa now. I have some equipment from the hospital that they're supposed to be picking up today. If we go into the kitchen, I then can't hear the front door. It is the second time that they're supposed to have picked this stuff up. The first time I sat in for 5 hours and had text telling me, oh, we're on our way, and they never showed up. So we'll see. My little dog is just there. If I swing you around, and she is. See if I tap. Hello. She's like, who's outside? Oh, the little tongue. Anyway, we didn't get to see her much because she never moves. So, yes. So, anyway, I'm going to go into the WIP parade part of my Flosstube. The first one is Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's on a fabric 16 count Ada that I dyed myself. It is currently, as far as we've got along through the sal, I'm caught up. I don't know if you can see. You can just about see under there. I think, I'm not sure whether they're going to go up next time and do some of the body, or whether we're going to fill in the legs. But as soon as the legs are done, we won't get to see this part anymore. But it was quite a small section this month, which is nice. But she's looking great, and as soon as next month's comes out, I'll get straight on with it, because I am 100% not falling behind this year. I'm kind of going to do, if I've got plans for a piece, I'll discuss them as I show them. But this one, my aim is to stay caught up. I don't want to fall behind at all. So yeah, she's looking great. Really enjoying stitching her. Down there. Next WIP is one that I don't think I'd shown on here before. I started it on the run up to Christmas, and it's a little Mill Hill kit that I got from the stitching show. It's a buttons and beads one called Ginger Friends. There we go, and I don't really have much done on this one at all. I've got as far, oh, my needle, that's as far as I've got, so just part of the Lady Gingerbread's dress. Yeah, dress. So I've got no plans for that one this year. It probably won't come out again until next November. That one. This one has seen a bit of progress. It's my tiny, oh no, where's the picture? There's the picture. Little tiny reindeer. And I pulled that one out and filled some of him in. So last time you saw him, I think he was missing an antler. Didn't have any of the back stitching in, and I hadn't done all of the head, but I've gone wrong somewhere on the head. So I'm going to have to fudge it, because I don't think even if I pull it out, I think I've ended up with maybe one too many rows of stitching. But anyway, we'll figure him out. So I think next time, occasionally I kind of have a day where I'll try and work on every project, or as many projects as I can when my son's at school, so I'll do one an hour. So I think next time I do something like that, I'm going to pull this one out and try and finish it off. My Harry Potter piece, I've stitched on quite a bit. Ooh, he's still in the hoop, so I'll just take him out. He's on black Ada, count 16, and he's come on quite significantly since last year. Last year I had like this bit here done, so I've actually filled in loads. Still quite a bit more to do, because there's all I think it's Hogwarts up here that needs to come in, and it's antlers, and then you can just sort of see the start of Hermione, Ron, and Harry that's coming in at the bottom. But yeah, that one's looking good, and I've been struggling to work on it a bit because the light isn't brilliant. Now we're into winter, and generally I would stitch on this one outside in the garden where I could see really well. But my 7-year-old, oh sorry for making the camera rock, my 7-year-old son has started at Beavers, which is Scouts but for small children, and as part of it they go to somewhere called Plantation, which is basically I think it's like a clubhouse and a massive field and a wood, which belongs to the Scouts, and they go and they do activities. But as it's winter, he's been going in the pitch black. So some of the other kids had head torches, so I bought him a head torch, but it extends wide enough on the back that it'll fit on me as well. So I'm thinking together could be a good combination. So I might be able to get some progress in on winter on this one. No real plans for this one this year, just try to plod on with some of it. But it is starting to look really good. I just wish there'd been a bit more definition in this grey here. It's just one colour. It'd be nice if there'd been a couple of colours in it. That's that one. I'm trying to tidy up as I go along so that I'm not left with chaos at the end. What's next? This is my, I don't have a picture for this one, so I'm going to insert it here. But it's Enchantress by Joan Jones, and it's what I call my fancy lady. But I didn't get much done on her this year. It's on a piece of 16 count fabric by KLT Charting, and I think it's the colour Resolution. I've not got far on her. I'm doing it from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, but I get access to them through my library on my iPad, and the picture's really blurry when I try and blow it up on the iPad, so it's not one that's particularly easy to work on. But I'm sure the more I get done, probably the easier it'll be. So yeah, I got a bit of a start anyway. Again, absolutely no plans for that one this year. As we move on through the year, my kind of Halloween stitchy bug will probably pick up, because I stitch Halloween a lot of the year. My Haid is next, and this one is called Mini Equus. I do have a copy of what it looks like, but I don't think it's here. I will insert a picture here of what that one will look like. But this is as far as I got. So I think I'm at about 5%. I am kind of worrying that my fabric isn't big enough, but if it isn't big enough, we'll just figure it out. So last time you saw it, I'd done up to here. I've then filled in all this cream down here, and then I'm going to start coming back up again and get back to the purple. It's quite a bit of sort of infill that needs to happen because it's really confetti dense, this bit. But it's looking good. Still purple. But yeah. This one, I think I've got about 4,000, maybe a bit more than 4,000 stitches in on it. I don't feel that's very many at all. So my aim this year is, once Dark Queen of the Earth is finished, is to work on this one quite a lot. But I don't think she's due to be finished till August, and that's if I keep up. So it'll probably be September before this one gets some proper work on in it again. This was a new start. Again, I have a picture, but why it's not in this folder, I don't know. This is a design by Mandarink's Design, and I'll put the picture in here. I'm doing this funny hand waving thing to make it obvious when I edit that I need to put something in. Goes that way up. It's just on count 16, white Ada. Yeah, so that's how far I got. I'm really enjoying it actually because the greens are really bright. So yeah, got plenty more to do on this one. Worked it for about a week, like non-stop, and then I realised that WIPCO's got going and the Dark Queen of the Earth came back out again, and it's just been a lot of things I wanted to stitch on. I've done a lot of like flitting from one kind of design to the other rather than kind of just sitting down and focusing on one thing. Got my map of the UK, which again, I don't have a cover photo for this one, I don't think. Let me look. Nope. Rubbish recently with my cover photos. So I will insert here a picture of what it will look like. Last time you saw it, I'd completed Scotland. This is a huge piece of fabric. It was just a piece of 14 count like blue Ada. It came from Willow Fabrics. And they did this. They do packs for some of the cross stitcher patterns. And so yeah, I just told them I want the fabric and they cut it to size and sent it to me. So I filled in quite a bit of Map of the British Isles, but I remember from last time I stitched this that I found this bit really boring, so I did part of it and then got bored and decided to go elsewhere. So if I can hold it all up, yeah. So I'd finished all of Scotland last time, and now I finished Ireland, because I'm actually going to Ireland in a week today. I'm going to go to Dublin with my husband for his 43rd birthday. My husband is only second generation English. His grandma was born in Ireland. Some of his aunts and uncles were born in Ireland, but his dad was actually born in England when they emigrated. So we're going to go and do some research into his family history and go and check out Dublin. Yeah, so you can see Belfast and all the shops finished. Coming down through Galway, Dublin, Cork. And then I did kind of burn out slightly. There's supposed to be a Viking chip here, but I was like, yeah, I've done all of like mainland Ireland. So I kind of stopped then. And then I think it's the Celtic Sea down here that I need to fill in. And then I'm going to move on to Northern England, I think. I was going to do Wales next, but I think Wales is like, well, compared to the United Kingdom, compared to England, Wales is pretty small. And I'm like, if I do all the smaller bits to begin with, then I'm going to be left with like a massive bit of the UK. So yeah, so my plans this year, I just try and plod on with it. It would be lovely if we could get England finished. And then just have Wales to do. Yes, so that's that one. Not many left now. So this is a new start as well. It's there's a group that I'm part of on Facebook. We originally were a group on the Cross Stitcher web page, and then they decided to close down the social media part of their web page, so we moved on to Facebook. And we decided to do a sell together, and we decided that we would sell any Emma Congdon Stitch Rodeo piece. So I'll put up the picture here of the design that I'm doing. And this is how far we've got. You'll notice there has been quite a bit of unpicking. It's a fabric which kind of, is that even the right way up? Oh, that's the right way up. It's a fabric which goes from like blue to green to yellow and back to blue. And the design I've picked, as you've seen, kind of like is the ocean to the land to the sky. So I'd made quite a good start on it. And then I realised that I wanted the orientation of my fabric to be that way up. So I'm currently unpicking everything that I did, and then I'm going to start restitching it in again. Yep, and this is a new frame hoop. No, it's not a hoop, is it? It's not circular. That I'm trying, and it's okay. It's heavier than my hoops though, and I prefer my stitching to be as light as possible, especially in hand, because I do occasionally have problems with my back. But yes, this is a mystery count 16 fabric because I got it in a bundle of mystery fabrics. So there we go, that one. Hopefully next time there'll actually be something to see. I think stitch weaving patterns to me anyway, they stitch up relatively quickly, so yeah, hopefully won't be too long. I've got my winter snowfall. This one I do have a couple of photos. By Shannon Christine Designs. So it was 3 colours, white, and then you could choose your ones, and I chose sort of tealy blues. And I've actually got a lot more of this done than I thought I would. It just came up on January's WIP go. So I got in 1,000 stitches on it. And this is where we are. So since last time you saw it, I've been stitching at the bottom. I've stitched this bit and a chunk here and part of this. And there's a random square of 100 plus stitches because I need to do 1,000, and I was doing all this faffy bit up here, and I was like, I just have 100 left, and I was like, let's just do 100 of just, you know, getting in as quickly as possible. So I did that bit. But yeah, so I've actually done a lot more of this than I thought I had. I didn't think I'd brought this anywhere near as far along at the top. So I was really pleased because that means I don't have that much further to go. And these are the bits that I find the hardest. And then all the other stuff is just fun. Yeah, so it's on a count 16 grey fabric, but I don't remember where I got it from. Come back in, and we've got 2 more to go. It's not going back in. There we go. Right, so I've got this design, which the designer is Anastasia Artemyeva, I think. It's a Russian pattern, and I can't read the rest of the Russian to tell you anything about it. But I got it from a site in the UK called Marie's Cross Stitch, and they seem to have quite a few patterns of this nature. It is on a plastic canvas. It is enjoyable to stitch, but after you've done the stitching, you're putting back stitching, which is sometimes 2 threads, it really starts to hurt your hands. So I finished all the bottom of the pumpkin with the cross stitching, and then I've just got the hat to finish off. One of my WIP Go goals this year is to finish the pumpkin's hat, so he's just going to go away till that is called, and then hopefully I'll be able to just get him all finished in whichever month it is called. And then my last one is what I'm actually working on today, and that's my body threads, kings and queens. So we've got little ticks next to the ones that I have done. Since you saw this last, I have finished George IV, and I'm currently stitching on William IV, is it? Yeah. They've released a pattern of Charles III. I know which king it is now, Charles III, not Charles II. So I'm going to put him in there. I'll just take this one out of the hoop. So this is where we are. So as I say, since you've seen this last, I have stitched George IV and William IV is almost finished. I've just got to do the back stitching around his legs and his name. Had a problem with this one that I'd lost / run out because sometimes I've gone wrong and had to unpick things. So I've lost some of the threads. So I had to take a trip to Hobbycraft with this pattern and match everything. And I think they're not always like 100% the right colour, but if they're not going to be like, if I was happy with his red coat and I ran out, that would be a problem because it would be glaringly obvious. But if the red that I use here is very slightly subtly different to this one, no one's going to know. So I think I figured out I've got 5 left after William the IV. And with this top one, where there was a problem where William I was killing William II, I've decided that I'm unpicking William because both William. I'm going to unpick William II because that's where the problem is. I'm not going to make myself unpick William I again and move him. So yeah, I've made a start. I've removed his leg, and every time I work on it, I'm supposed to do some unpicking, but I've been really bad and I haven't been doing it. So, but I'll try and do some today before I put it back into the hoop. But my plan this year is this one will be finished. I'm not taking this into 2024 unfinished. Yeah, so yeah, just 5 left, including unpicking William and redoing him. That is all my WIPs that I have got. As I said, I've done most of my plans for them as I've gone along. My other stitchy plans for this year are to do WIP Go. I've set my WIP Go up with a lot smaller goals this year. Last year I made quite lofty goals and I was doing absolutely fine with them until I started Dark Queen of the Earth, and she ended up taking so much of my stitchy time that I don't have as much left over for other projects, and I completely fell off the WIP Go bandwagon and didn't finish it because I found it so stressful that I had set myself such big goals. So this year I've just done things like 1 king or queen, things like that, made them like super small, super attainable goals. I've just realised that I have another WIP somewhere. I've got my supernatural cell. Oh no, it's just here, it fell on the floor. Yeah, so I'm going to do, you know, 1 king or queen or 1,000 stitches on something, no big goals. And I've joined Fandom Stitching on Facebook, and the only reason that I joined is because they're reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and June challenges associated with those. I'm actually listening to Lord of the Rings on Audible as it is at the moment anyway. I love Lord of the Rings, so I was so excited to jump onto that. But I'm just doing the like little weekly challenges as and when they fit into my normal if it's easy for me to find a stitch project that fits the prompt. I'm not doing penalty stitches and everything like that. The other thing I've worked on is my supernatural cell. So since you've seen it last, oh, you can't see that one. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name for the witch. But I've done the witch, I've done the changeling, I've totally finished off the werewolf. Yeah, because one of my WIP goals for this month was finish one of these, but I had 3 that were part done, so I said to myself instead, finish off the 3 that are part done, so that next month next time I can just stitch one of them. And I'm going to try to maybe stitch one a month, including whatever border it is that runs down the side of it. I have put in quite a bit in the border. I think everything from AL and down is new. Yeah. Oh, and I started the unicorn as well, but I haven't got very far with that yet. There we go. And that is on a Count 16 Ada that I dyed myself. So that is all the works in progress that I have. Yeah, so those are my plans. Haul wise, I don't really have any haul. Neither am I planning on having any haul. Not in such a great place financially at the moment, so I have said to myself that from now on I am stitching from what I have in my stash. I'm going to even try not to buy fabric. I have even left the Fabric of the Month club that I'm a member of with KLT Charting, but she's quite behind with the orders for those, so I'll be getting them for possibly a year. I think she's behind, so I'm going to be having fabric for quite a while. What else? So I've got quite a few kits that I've bought or been bought over the years, so I'm going to try and stitch from those instead. Obviously if I need to buy DMC I will do. Yeah, just see where we are and where we get to. Hopefully later in this year I'll be able to have money and be able to go to the stitching show again and spend loads. But yeah, we'll see. So this is the last section of the video where I am going to include pictures of all my finishes from 2022. I say hopefully all my finishes. It's all the ones I could find pictures of anyway. I did have 25 finishes, so we'll see how many I find of them. I'm also going to sign off now, so I'll say goodbye to everybody, and hopefully I'll see you all in a few weeks. So take care. Bye.